Oh, whoa. What's up with all these bees, guys? Oh, I thought we were watching something scary. Isn't this the bee movie? Our story starts in the city, a city that's being covered by a bunch of bees. And no, I'm not talking about LA, and I'm definitely not talking about Bloods. I'm talking full-blown honeybees that for some reason are swarming together and helping murder people, but that's besides the point. Here we are on a college campus, hearing the urban legend, an urban legend that revolves around this movie in its entirety. Yeah, so my one friend told me this story. It's the scariest story I ever heard, but it's true though. I mean, she does acid all the time, so I don't know if it's exactly true or if she was just, hallucinating, but anyways, it sounded true. So she was dating this one guy, right? And they're in the bathroom, and they're about to do adult things, touch their no-no squares. Bro, you are 36. Anyways, that's besides the point. They're about to do some stuff, and Shorty stopped the guy that she was with from saying Candyman the 5th time in the mirror. She sends him downstairs, and for some reason, this bitch says it the 5th time. And then boom, this nigga pops up. Like Captain Hook, the one that's beefing with Peter Pan, except for he's black and he listens to Future. I know you're probably confused on why I brought up Future, but right before she said Candyman the 5th time, she turned off the lights. I'm looking for her. All right, my fault. Anyways, just like that, bro died. And that's where the urban legend started. This is a movie about someone vile, despicable, but he do got a clean trench coat on. This is Candyman. Yo, hold on real quick, before we even get into this video. Ooh, is this Little Syndrome from Incredibles? Yo, can somebody please get this man out of here before he creates a villain origin story in this movie too? You can't tell me he don't look like Syndrome. Now, this is our main character, Helen Lyle. Now, she's in here doing some research on Candyman, and she's overheard by the janitors who tell her that they know about this Candyman, that he resides in the hood, and that there's a whole bunch of news articles, and nobody even knows how the hell these people are dying. Like this one person, for instance, the person that they knew named Ruthie Jean, who called the cops twice telling them that something was coming through her walls. Now, I can relate to her because there's something that comes through my walls every day. It's the sound of my neighbors humping. Me and them be bringing shorties in the crib and having moan-offs to find out which one of us is more annoying. I'm up 36-20 right now. We're very petty. Anyways, Helen goes back to her crib, and this is one of her closest friends, Bernadette. God damn, Bernadette fine. You know me, always showing love to a fine black woman. Can't help it because my wife is gonna be a very fine black queen that may or may not decide to go on my pinned comment or description and follow me on Instagram. I'm just saying, it's there. And my Discord link is there too. Hey, anybody can join the Discord. It's free. I'm just saying, I'll just be in there chilling. But if you happen to be a fine black woman that wants to laugh and giggle so I can make that ass shake and jiggle. All right, my fault. I can't help but yap. They call me Yappimus Prime. Yap Master Flash. Yappy Gilmore. All right, my fault. Anyways, why is Helen kind of giving face right now? Like, I know your boy Sin, you know what I'm saying? His preference is not white women. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect. But Helen is giving face. I'm not gonna lie, she kind of fine. Why is she dating this nigga that look like Frasier? Bro got a receding hairline. He's probably like 26. Anyways, after she ends up, doing whatever the hell she's doing with the dude with the receding hairline, her and Bernadette decided to go to the hood where Candyman resides and find out by getting to the bottom of everything who Candyman is. But Bernadette is not playing. She bringing mace, a strap, all types of shit. I think I saw the activation for a score streak in her purse. She about to pull up to the hood with a warthog. Yo, who is these wannabe gangsters outside? Okay, stay in the car, wait for me. No, why would I do that? We're both going. Okay, your funeral. So they pull up to the building and these dudes get to hounding them immediately. Hey, what's good with you, cuz? Yo, why you going in there, man? The fuck you think this is, yo? What you cops? Man, this ain't no game. But we don't let nobody in here we don't know, especially not no white woman. Fuck you think you Ellen DeGeneres? Nah, I ain't gonna lie. This is a real hood. Like, this is a true project. Because, yo, there's graffiti everywhere, even on people's doors. Hey, whoa. Why did this motherfucker, did she just come into the hallway with a Rottweiler? First off, put your dog on a leash. I ain't gonna tell you twice. Cause you is not about to pull no big ass Rottweiler out in the hallway to bite me. Ain't gonna need Candyman to kill your dog. I'm gonna do it. Yo, hold on. One second. Cause, yo, she gotta be out of her mind. Why did they pull up in this room and she decided that she was gonna crawl through a hole in the wall? Oh, hell no. If I was Bernadette, I ain't gonna lie, I would have straight dipped. Cause it ain't no way you about to leave me out here in this project building. You climbing through holes in the wall. Shit look like Die Rise on Black Ops 2 Zombies. Yo, pause. Did she just climb out of this dude's mouth? Now at this point, Helen ran out of footage, so they end up deciding to leave. but not before getting questioned by one of the apartment owners. Anyway, she asked them if they was cops, and obviously they're not. Well, I mean, obviously to us because, you know, we know that they're not cops, but from the outside looking in, I don't blame nobody for calling them cops. Do they look like cops? Anyway, Shorty invited them in. She even got a newborn baby. It's going to become very, very relevant at some point in this movie. Just hold on to that. Foreshadowing. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, Shorty kind of bad. I know I'm saying that about every black woman I see on this movie, but hey, can't help it. Black don't crack. Y'all beautiful in all shades, colors, heights, weights. Damn. I go by the logic that if you're fine, you're fine. Now, Shorty explains to Helen that she's terrified, not only for her, but for her child, because they can't catch Candyman. He's supernatural, powerful. Now, this news startles Helen. So when she's at a little dinner with one of her old professors, she gets to talking to him about Candyman, and he explains the story of him and who exactly he is. Well, Candyman was a slave. He had a prodigious talent as an artist, but he just liked to dabble ever so slightly in the milk. Now, because he decided to dabble in white women, they got mad at him. You know, white guys back then, a black guy does something. You remember Emmett Till? Tragedy. That's exactly what happened to Candyman. They found this dude, cut his hand off, replaced it with a hook. First off, I'm not cutting nobody's hand off and replacing it with no weapon, bro. What was y'all trying to make, a super soldier? Y'all basically made Blade, but somebody that'll end up having two hands. Cause, what are we talking about? Now, anyways, enough about this story about how my man Candyman got created. Helen decided to go to Kabini. I'm just gonna call it the Green, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Now she runs into this little boy AJ, who decides that he's gonna show her where Candyman resides. So he takes Helen to a bathroom where a little boy died. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if I would want to go investigate somewhere where a little boy died, especially not no bathroom that got shit smeared on the wall. Somebody took poop and smeared sweets on the side of the wall. Ain't nothing sweet about that. Unless the person that pooped happened to be diabetic and there's just a bunch of carbohydrates and everything they do, but that's besides the point. Anyway, she gets in there and she finds this last stall, which obviously smells terrible as there's poop everywhere. And oh my God, look at all them bees. Why is there nothing but a toilet full of bees in there? What the fuck is that? Anyways, Helen tries to take some pictures and stuff, but she's freaking out because there's all these bees in there. Bees in the trap. All right, my fault. So she decides that she's gonna leave, but not before Candyman gonna get what's owed. Stop it, you're not being very smart. My colleagues know where I'm at, and they're expecting me back. Looking for Candyman, bitch. Well, you found him. Why does dude sound like he's trying to protect Gotham? Anyways, this next part is hilarious, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Because they pistol whip, beat the shit out of her, which is not funny. But the lineup part is hilarious. Motherfuckers talking about, we hear you looking for Candyman, bitch. Motherfucker done said it like 18 times. That's gotta be a world record. Now, I'm not gonna lie. Earlier, I called that little boy AJ, but I'm gonna keep it a band. I think I just misheard, bro. His name is Jake. Now, his name being Jake is relevant because he's in the courtroom, which is crazy, by the way, but I digress. Anyways, Helen finally got the pictures from Bernadette, the one that she took of the toilet and everything before she had a brain contusion. You know, there's a theory that when she had that brain damage, at this point, everything that she sees, she's imagining, and that she's really the one killing people, but she just has convinced herself that Candyman is influencing her, which is a crazy theory, by the way, because this bitch just might be insane. But I don't think so. She's done some heroic things in the movie. Also have done some heinous things, but you know, it is what it is. Now, Candyman explains to Helen at this moment that he's the writing on the wall, the whispers in the classroom. Basically, he's a rumor and he needs people to keep his name alive. So he starts manipulating her, influencing her, making her do things like murdering people. So she wakes up in the bathroom with a dog whose head is cut off, a meat cleaver in her hand, and that baby that I told you to hold on to from earlier is now missing. Where the hell is the baby at? This went from being Candyman to a Diddy documentary. Now at this point, it looks bad, bro, because yes, you know, this woman attacks Helen because she fucking murdered her dog, but that's besides the point. She ends up cutting her. Now at this point, she's confused. Helen woke up and thought to herself that she got attacked. No, you weren't getting attacked by somebody that was in the wrong. That you was in the wrong. Now, there's two sides to this theory that I explained to you earlier. The one side is that Helen's the one killing all these people. The other side of it is that Candyman's the one doing it and framing Helen. Now, whichever side you subscribe to is your business. I subscribe to the side that Candyman did it and basically has been putting Helen in situations where she's getting framed. But if you want to say Helen did it, being puppeteered by Candyman, that's also another take. I feel like either one is pretty valid. But something that we can all agree on is that Helen is cooked. Bro, she in the precinct getting yelled at by a black detective. You know he mad about Shorty and her baby missing. Now she on the phone calling Trevor, and this nigga don't even answer the phone. He probably out fucking on something else. That is not your man. You chose him though. Every time I find Shorty, pick an ugly dude, bro. They always get done dirty. I'm just saying. Now, eventually Trevor came to pick Helen up, but why wasn't he home at 3 in the morning? That's something that we need to ask ourselves. I'm just saying. Now, how in the hell did the baby end up missing? Some shorty get cut in her arm. There's blood everywhere. And the white bitch get out of jail next morning. Bro, I got arrested for selling some drugs, bro. Allegedly. And I had to sit in jail for 4 days. Man, it must be nice. Yo, Helen, I don't know why you think taking a bath is gonna help anything. You are insane. And, you know, also being tortured by Candyman, but that's besides the point. Now, Helen's in the bathroom talking to Trevor and asking the correct questions. Because, Trevor, where were you last night? I was home asleep, sound asleep. I'm gonna be right here with you, huh? We're gonna get through this together, Helen. I thought you were with Bernadette. No, Trevor, you was out knocking some ankles loose, baby. Anyways, Helen's in the kitchen looking at these pictures that she took, you know, when she was with Bernadette. She's just looking through them, looking through all the slides, trying to see if there's anything helpful in these pictures. And all I'm seeing is this an episode of Hoarders? Because every single picture is dirty as hell. No, wait a minute. Hold on now. What the fuck? What is that? So she get to zooming in on one of these slides and, you know, obviously there's something bad here. And boom, there it is. Candyman in this slide. Now, I just want to say, if you got a picture of this nigga, right? Why wouldn't you show it to somebody? That's the very first thing I would have did. I would have seen Candyman in that picture. Boy, I would have went and told somebody so fast. Niggas would have called me Barry Allen, but I would have been snitching, so they would have called me Tattletale Allen. All right, my fault. That was trash. Anyway, Shorty is tweaking, and Candyman is in her house. Stay away from me. I have the baby. Come with me, and I'll take you there. Can you stop talking like that? Sound like Batman. Man, shut your ass up, cuz. But you right, though. I'ma talk regular. I ain't gonna lie. I'm just a regular dude from the hood, but I got a hook on my arm. Shit crazy, I ain't gonna hold you. You ain't seen a hook this fire since a Drake song. Now, you know I gotta kill you, right? You know, make you immortal and all that. Now, as all of this is happening, Bernadette decided to come over and check on her friend. Even brought her flowers. But those flowers are really being brought for her own funeral because Candyman murders her. Obviously, at this point, Helen is completely framed. Her friend's dead on the floor. Oh my God, why does she look like that? Well, it's too late now, Helen. Your ass is getting charged with murder. Bro, I just want to know how this man Candyman got supernatural powers, bro. Like, is he some sort of vengeful spirit? A demon? Something? It don't even make any sense. Bro created a whole scenario where he can kill her, make her immortal, and basically have this bitch take his place. We kind of learned about this in the new Candyman film, which is very good, by the way. And I know that y'all probably want me to make a video on it, so if you get this to at least 10,000 likes, oh, you know the drill. Anyways, Helen's in a loony bin. Still getting harassed by Candyman, by the way. Yo, they sticking her in her arm and all types of shit with straight knockout meds. They hitting this bitch with the diazepam. Now, hold on one second, bro. But first off, is this the apartment building from Martin? But also, why is this dude Candyman putting his finger in his baby's mouth? What type of weird daddy shit? You know what? I digress. Anyways, Helen wakes up after some months and she basically gets told by the doctor that she's being tried for first-degree murder. Yep, that's right. They're about to put you under the jail, but they have to find out if you're suitable mentally for trial. Now he's trying to get to the bottom of things. Ash know what happened in the apartment. Well, we all been watching. We know exactly what happened in that apartment. Candyman started getting wicked. Now this bitch is clearly insane because, you know, she's in a scenario where she's getting cooked. I don't know what's going to happen to her. If she's going to get tried and, you know, plead insanity, or if she's going to get the chair. But something's happening to her. And I think she realizes this. So she ends up doing the last thing I would have done in this situation. Summoning Candyman to the damn room. Why would you do that, Helen? So he can goddamn frame you again? He done undid your straps. And now you're in here with a dead doctor. Yo, hold on 1 second. How the hell did this nigga just fly out of the window like that? Oh, this dude must be some sort of acrobat or something. I ain't gonna lie. Type of shit. Now at this point, Helen decides that she's going to attack a nurse, dress like one, and get the hell out of Dodge. And you know what? I don't blame her. Now Helen decides that she's gonna go back to her apartment, you know, to get her husband and her life back. But she finds another bitch there. Yep, he was cheating on her all along. Should've known. Any girl that fine that would give a dude that ugly a chance, he's gonna cheat. You know, 9 times out of 10, you know, there's always, you know, good ugly guys. Trust me, I know from experience. I'm a great guy. I'm just kind of average looking. Every time a woman calls me fine, I shudder at the thought that someone thinks I'm attractive, because when I look in the mirror, I'm like, God damn. Sorry, I just scared myself again. Anyways, they're about to call the hospital on her because obviously he doesn't want her out. He wants that bitch locked up so he can be with his nice, pretty young thing, his PYT. Because he works at a college campus and he clearly picked up one of his students. Look at this girl, she looks like she's 18. Now that Helen's life is completely destroyed because her husband with the messed up hairline decided he was going to get him a PYT instead of messing with a nice fine cougar. Helen figures her life is gone. Only thing she can do is try to go combat Candyman and find out what the hell is going on. Now I don't know why she would go back to this apartment building. I have no idea why she would go looking for him. But hold up. That's 3 times. Hold, that's 3.5. Why are there hooks hanging up? So this dude has replacement hooks? Bro, let me find out that this man just be replacing his hooks, bro. Like his AirPod batteries. Anyways, Helen is walking around in his dude's secret lair and she sees these murals explaining what happened to him. Exactly like that person said. That he was messing with the white shorty, ended up getting caught, got his hand cut off. That's what you get for being a milk merchant. Yo, hold up. Is this dude asleep right now? Now, Helen done popped up on this dude and hit him with a hook, bro. Now, I ain't gonna lie. She done found this dude and attacked him with a hook, only to surrender herself to save this baby. And ew, why is this dude's torso open like that and why are there bees in it? Oh my God. Yo, he is making out with her with bees in his mouth? Somebody stop him. Now I'm assuming that he feels like this white woman that he was messing with in the past has been reincarnated as Helen, or is Helen. I still don't understand that part, but it looks like her on the wall. Anyways, this motherfucker done put the baby in the middle of all this junk, knowing that they about to set it on fire for this party. Yo, this dude is sick. So Helen decides that she's gonna climb through all of this mess to try to find the baby and save him. Now the little boy Jake ends up seeing the hook that Helen had and thinks that Candyman is in the middle of all this stuff. So they decide to light it on fire. I thought that they were gonna light it on fire anyway for the party like he said before, but I guess they have a bigger reason to now. Oh nah, this was his plan all along, to die with Helen here and all this fire. Him, her, the baby? Wait a minute, why does the baby have to die? Now Helen ends up picking this piece of wood that's on fire and stabs Candyman in his torso with it. She's also basically on fire at this point. She's deciding to save this baby. Oh my God, somebody hit her with a fire extinguisher. Bitch must have listened to my mixtape. Now she ends up crawling out of this fire and they put her out and oh my God, why does her head look like that? I mean, I know why her head looks like that. She just got in a fist fight with Johnny Storm, but that's besides the point. Jesus Christ, Helen, you did all that. And I guess you did save the baby, so there's that, but my God. Now at this point, Helen's name is gathered in infamy. She's at the funeral and all those black people, every single one from that hood showed up because Helen is a real nigga. But I mean, not really though, because she's white, but you know what I'm saying? She's just real. Now they all give their condolences as they should. Yo, did they drop a hook in the casket with her? Why did they do that? I'm trying to see a fist fight between the dude from I Know What You Did Last Summer and Candyman. Anyways, Trevor's in the bathroom sitting there on the toilet contemplating his life. You feel better, Trevor? Yeah, I kinda do. It's whatever. You should make dinner or something, you stupid witch. My life sucks because my wife's dead. I miss her, I can't lie. Even though I cheated on her and I'm a douchebag. Bro in the bathroom crying, talking about Helen. Bro, you should have felt like that before you cheated on her, douchebag. Oh, Helen. Oh, my hairline's so trash. Now this dude is in there talking about Helen looking in the mirror. And he ends up saying her name 5 times and oh my God, she popped up with her hair burnt off in a giant hook and he gets killed by her. So is she the new Candyman now? You know what? I'm not even gonna question it anymore. At this point, I'ma just let y'all tell me everything in the comment section. All I know is this movie called Candyman, but ain't shit sweet. Real shit.